Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup painting, nail polish, and sometimes things going on in my real life. Today I have my monthly makeup basket where I am rotating through products in my collection to try and give them all a little bit of love, focusing on pulling products for 1 month at a time. So if this is something you are interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Alright, so let's start as I usually do, always do, with talking about what I've been using over the last month, and then we'll pick out new products for this month. Some new products. The first thing on the list was my primer, and I had in the NYX Hydra Touch primer. I was trying to finish this because it was really close to being done. I did finish it. I used it 3 more times before it is all gone. I'm not going to cut it open, but I was able to get all of it that I could get out of it. And then I switched to using my Wet n Wild Impossible primer, and that is what I'm wearing today. And I have worn it 4 times over the last month. Probably have some misuse in there somewhere, but yeah, that is what I have. This is the only primer in my collection now, so I am looking to find a new one to pick up. This is says it is the silicone-free primer that does it all. So it mattifies, hydrates, blurs pores, and preps skin for lasting makeup, and is impossibly silicone free. So that is what I'm working on currently. Then for concealer, I had in the Purely's Perfect Glow BB Concealer. I have mine in the shade Fair. I got this through Ipsy a while ago. And I've been mixing it, I've been using it under my eyes, and I've been mixing it with my foundation to lighten it up. I used this 7 times that I have marked over the last month, and today when I went to use it, last time I went to use it, I noticed there was some around the neck, and I wasn't sure if that was just leakage from or what. Today when I went to use it, and it's getting hard. It's getting hard to use, hard to squeeze any product out. But today when I went to use it and I was squeezing product out the nozzle, the tip, product started coming out the side and it got everywhere and made a mess. So that package is broken and there's very little left. So I'm going to call this done and put it out of my collection. So that is a concealer, done. Alright, and then foundation, the one I was mixing that with, is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in Fair. Even though it is fair and it looks pretty good today, although I am under lights, it is dark for me. I think it oxidizes as it blends out. I will put a little on my hand. It is one of those ones that is white to start with, and then you swirl it around and it changes color. And it is just, you can kind of see it right there on my hand. It is just a little bit too dark, and it has a little bit of a yellow. Mixing it with the concealer does help, but there were days when I would mix it and it still didn't look right. It looks fine on camera underneath all the lights, but in person it is still a little bit dark. But I did use this 7 times, so that is what I was working on. Alright, next for bronzer, I brought in this guy here. This is what's left of the Complex Culture Sun Bath Baked Bronzer in the shade Play. It had pan, and then it fell out of its pan, and instead of repressing it, I just crunched it up and put it in this little container to use as a loose bronzer. But I'm finding that it is pilling back up into larger balls that are harder to use, so I'm going to be repressing this. But I used this 7 times as well over the last month. It seems like I may have worn my makeup only 7 times this month. But yeah, I'm going to be repressing this, and we'll see what it looks like in the future after I repress it. But for now, it is going to roll out. Then for blush, I brought in my Franken blush that I made out of 2 blushes from the Balm. Both of them were deluxe size that I'd received from Ipsy. One was It's a Date and the other was Perseverance. And I believe Perseverance was too hard and It's a Date was very crumbly, so I mixed them together and pressed them into this pan, which this compact has broken, but it is a nice peachy color with just a hint of shimmer. There it is there. I probably need to swatch it darker. There we go. So that is what that looks like. Unfortunately, I only used this 4 times this month. I am wearing it today because I rolled in my Pacifica blush into a project. So I only ended up using this 4 times, but it was an enjoyable 4 uses, and I look forward to using it in the future and maybe making it a focus product to try and finish and get out of my collection. Next was my cream blush. I brought in my one and only ColourPop Lippie Stick in the shade Cami. I'm wearing this today as well. I have this in Throwback 30 for Color Pan because it's pretty much my only ColourPop product, and that is what it looks like. And then blended out, that's kind of what it looks like. Once I powder it down and put stuff over it, I blended a little bit more than that, but I am working on that. I used Cami 6 times over the last month, so I'm working on it, and it's gonna be around for a while. But yeah, it's going to roll out for next month. Then for highlighter, I brought in a highlighter from my Marvicorn. I randomly selected a highlighter from my Marvicorn palette, and it is the shade Sheesh, which is this one right here. I am wearing it today. I've been wearing it all month. I've worn it 8 times over the last month, so maybe I wore makeup more than 8 times. I don't know. I'm confused. I think I wore some makeup more than others. Let's just say that. So I have 8 uses for Sheesh, and it is going to roll out because I have other highlighters that need to get some love. Alright, getting down there. Next, we have eyeliner. I'm wiping off some of this stuff on the back of my hand before I smudge it everywhere. For my eyeliner this month, I brought in a new one to my collection. This is from LA Girl. It is their Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner, and it is just in the shade Ultimate Black, and it is a black retractable gel liner, and I have been wearing it on my lower waterline most of the time. Today I have it on my upper lash line as well. I've worn it 9 times this month, so I had a day where apparently I just wore eyeliner and maybe some eyeshadow, but it is going to roll out for this month. Then lip liner, I had in my e.l.f., what do they call these? Cream Glide lip liner in the shade Plum and Get It. I do have it on today underneath black lipstick, so it doesn't really show up. But this is what it looks like. I need to sharpen it, but it is a nice purple, on the pinkier side of purple lip liner. I wore it 5 times over the last month, and it is rolling out. For my bullet lipstick, it is the one I'm wearing right now. It is from Maybelline, and it is their, what is this? Color Sensational lipstick in Pitch Black. It is a black matte lipstick, and it's a little bit sheer, as you can probably tell on my lips. So not the best coverage, but it's pretty good. I wore this 3 times apparently only over the last month, so it is rolling out. And then finally, for my liquid lip this month, I randomly selected this new one to my collection, which is from Buxom. It is their full size, and it is their full-on lip plumping Plumping Lip in Matte in the shade Dolly, and I wore this 3 times as well. It was quite nice. It's basically my lips color. It's nude color on me, and it had a nice tingling sensation. Yeah, so that was enjoyable. It is going to roll out and we're going to work on something else. So that's everything I was working on for the last month. So give me a moment to clear things out and bring in the things I'm replacing them with and get ready to randomize the items that I'm going to randomize. Okay, I think I've got everything that I've pre-selected, or only, had one of, and then I'm ready to select the 2 that are going to be randomized. So, starting with my primer, I'm bringing back my only primer. This is the Wet n Wild Impossible primer. Also, while I'm here, I'll talk about the other things that are always staying in. For now, I have the Ulta Beauty Dewy Glaze Setting Spray, and then my current mascara is the Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes Tubing Mascara in black. Yes. So those are in. I don't usually talk about setting spray or mascara because I only work on one at a time, but I figured I'd bring them up really quick because they're right there where I needed them. For concealer, I am bringing in the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 001. I am making good progress on this one, and we'll see how we can continue working on that. And I'm bringing that in because I've decided to leave in the L'Oreal Magic BB Foundation BB Cream for 1 more month to try and get some more use on it. I don't know how far we are, but last time I checked we were up there, so I'm guessing, we're down a little bit, but not a whole lot. I want to get use on this while I can, and then probably next month I will switch to the other one that matches me better. But keeping that in for now. For bronzer, I picked the PYT bronzer. This is the Faux Sun Bronzing Duo in shade Bali. If I can get it open, I will show you what it looks like. There we are. And I usually tend to gravitate toward the lighter side, but I do mix the both of them together occasionally. And there is getting a dent in the middle. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but Waffle Pan is starting to show. So it's another baked bronzer, but I'm going to work on this one so that I give myself a chance to repress the other one. And for base setting powder, I am working on the Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder. It also helps lighten my skin with the darker BB cream. Sometimes the concealer doesn't help enough, so I'm using the powder to help, and that's probably why I look pretty good today, because I did use that powder. It does help lighten things. Then my blush, I'm going to continue working on the Pacifica mineral blush in Wild Rose. This is what it looks like. I do have pan, and I am hoping to get more pan, and I'm hoping on finishing it up finally in the coming months, in the coming year. Looks like I have another baby pan up here as well. But this has already been repressed once after having a big pan in it, and so I'm hoping that if I continue use on this, it'll start going rather quickly. My cream blush for this month, I am bringing back the Ulta lipstick in shade 315 Party Crasher. This is a cool toned pink. I'm using this as a blush because it has got a crayon smell and I don't feel comfortable putting it on my lips anymore. That is how much we have in there. I do enjoy this shade as a cool toned mauve-y pink blush versus Cami, which is more of a warm pink. So this will be nice. Even though my Pacifica is more of a warm pink, warm peachy blush, I think the 2 of these work well together to make sort of neutral, I guess. Alright, so the first product we are going to randomly select is going to be my highlighter. And looking at my list, it looks like I only have 4 highlighters left that haven't been used this year. They may have been rolled in previously, but I don't recall using them, so I have my pretty random and I set it 1 through 4, and we'll see what we get. Number 4, which is from the BH Cosmetics Aspen palette. Let me go grab that. Alright, and this is the Aspen palette, and the shade we got is called Chill Zone, which is bright pink. I think I've used this in the past. It's a bright pink, but it has sort of a purple shift to it. That was kind of a light swatch, which is what you'd normally do with a highlighter, so it doesn't come up too pink. But there it is on my finger. Yeah, it's not terribly like over pink, like I'm gonna be, you know, putting blush on, but it is definitely bright pink. So bringing that in, let me write that down, Chill Zone. Okay, then for eyeliner this month, I am bringing in my LA Girl Shockwave Metallic Liner in the shade Ocean. It's really pretty metallic teal. I have this in a project for usage, and I want to focus on working on getting some use on it, and it looks really nice with my eye color. And if you watched my pan those eyeshadows, I just brought in a teal shade, so you will be seeing more teal looks from me in the future. And that'll go nice with it as well. And I'm sure that will go nice with other shades if I just put it in my waterline. And then for lip liner, I'm bringing back the Wet n Wild Multi-Stick in Blew Me Away. I think that's what it's called. I can never remember where they put the name of this. Ah, it's on the end. Yes, Blew Me Away. If you watched my in and outs, I did bring in a royal purple one. I think it's called Royal Scam. I am not ready to use that quite yet, but we're going to be working on this month, and I think it'll be nice. It is in a project for some usage, and I had it in my makeup collection for panning, but didn't get around to using it because I was focusing on using the e.l.f. one when I did use a lip liner. So we're going to bring this in, and it'll be a nice combination. Then for my bullet lipstick, I'm going to work on the Fright Night. This guy here, this is my Fright Night lipstick, and it is in a beautiful deep red. I have worn it a couple times over the last month. I would like to finish this sometime in the near future, but it is currently in a project for usage, so I want to make sure it's in my makeup basket to help me get use on it. I also have in my Bite Multi-Stick in Prismatic Peacock. Prismatic Multi-Stick in Peacock Pearl. I am using this as a sort of contour shade, and occasionally I still use it as a lip topper. This is what it looks like, and that is how much product is actually in there. I am slowly chipping away at it, and I'm hoping to finish it soon. TM. Alright, and then finally, the last category is for liquid lipstick or gloss. All my liquid non-bullet lip colors. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me get my pretty random app back and set it up through 1 through 6. And some of these were brought in earlier in the year, but I didn't use them. I don't remember why I didn't use them, but I didn't use them. I think I was focusing too much on something else. So, anyway. Number 4, which is going to be from BH Cosmetics. It is a cream called FTW. And I'll just go ahead and grab that. That is going to be, is that this one? Yes. So FTW is this guy here. It is their Cashmere cream. Yeah, the words are rubbing off, but Cashmere Cream lip color in FTW. And I think I wasn't working on things earlier because I was trying to finish Cami and focusing on using that, and I'm just other things. It's a blush now. Anyway, so bringing that in for this month, and we'll see. That will probably go quite nicely with the red and the blue. Ooh, that'll be an interesting combination. We'll see how those all look together. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, give me a thumbs down and leave me any comments, feedback, or suggestion. It's really appreciated. And until my next video, don't forget to take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I love you no matter who or what you are. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.